YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back today. Hey, it's draft week. I got my top 50 big board here going from 1 to 50, breaking each player down. We have position rankings out. There's a playlist full of those. We got our final videos leading up to the draft, final mock draft later this week. We'll be live during day one of the NFL draft with reactions and more. Night of day one, we will have grades for every pick. Day two, we'll have a mock draft. We'll be live on day 2 and 3 on Twitter, so make sure you check us out there. Like, subscribe, turn notifications on, follow us on Twitter, link down below for anything that you may need. And here's our Twitter. Just a lot of updates here. There was an interesting trade. Not a significant one, but interesting one. We were breaking it down, so yeah, check us out there. Let's go over the big board. Number 1, I got KAYVON THIBODEAUX as my number 1 overall player in the draft, a pass rusher from Oregon. Kind of been on our radar for a couple years now, being this top player in the draft, and I'm sticking to that. And the more I watch him again, the more I remember. This is the top guy for a reason. Elite prospect in terms of a pass rusher off the edge, has that get-off speed that you look for, has the athleticism, the length, the strength, the ability to play hand in the dirt, on the line, stand up, almost like an outside linebacker, drop in coverage. He has all those abilities. So I like him as number 1. I don't think he'll go number 1, though. It's starting to get interesting. Will he even be the second or third even pass rusher taken? Number 2, going to go Travon Walker, who's in consideration for number 1, it sounds right now. The defensive lineman from Georgia, can play off the edge, can play interior, can play off the ball, dropping coverage. Pretty impressive doing that as well. I think he's polished right away playing on the inside. I think he can make an impact there where he's raw, is off the edge, but has that length, power, athleticism that you look for, just the absolute rare traits. In a draft class like this, I think we're looking for those, the wow upside guys, the rare type of prospects. So I'm a big Walker fan. I have been for some time, before the combine as well. So now, since then, he's kind of been getting the hype there. So he's my number 2 overall player. 2, 3, I was kind of back and forth. Really tough to split guys up when it's really tough to make a big board because these guys are not in the same position, obviously. But Evan Neal's gonna be number 3, best pass protector in the draft. Solid run blocker as well. Only thing he can work on is trying to keep his balance a little bit. Sometimes that pops up where he loses his balance a bit, but smooth pass protector for a guy that big. The way he moves his feet, impressive. His pre-snap reads, mid-play reads with stunts, blitzes, the way he picks those up, maybe the best I've ever seen. So Evan Neal from Alabama, my top tackle, number 3. Aiden Hutchinson, number 4, another elite prospect, fantastic pass rusher from Michigan. Definitely is going to fit more of a stand-up role, more of a defense without stunts, because previous years from Michigan, a lot more stunts, hand in the dirt. Wasn't as effective. Obviously didn't play the full season. We had a short COVID season as well, but really an elite production season this year. So hopefully he continues to build off that. He's number 4, guy that's a potential number 1 overall pick there. Number 5, Kyle Hamilton, the safety from Notre Dame. Just a rare type of safety, a guy that, if you think about all the players in this draft, which player has the best chance to be the best player at his position in the NFL down the line, you may actually have to go Kyle Hamilton. He has the potential to be the very top safety in football. Combination of size, length, athleticism, range, instinctiveness, all that combined, the ability to play free, come up in the box when you need him most in the short yard situations. Just super impressive, very fun to watch, unique type of safety. Number 6 is going to be Ikem Ekwonu from NC State, who I think could be a tackle or maybe even a better guard than tackle, would be the top guard in his class if we consider him there. So not going to fit every single team. Some teams will view him as a guard, but I guess he can fit there for them. But I think right off the bat, he's also the second best tackle from this class. Nasty in terms of a run blocker. He's number 6 for me. Number 7 is going to be AHMAD Gardner, the corner from Cincinnati. Has that rare length, has the athleticism, has that press man ability, but also can play in zone. Very fun to watch. Yeah, it's not too often I have a corner, elite grade, top 10. So AHMAD Gardner's a pretty damn good one here from Cincinnati. And then number 8, we're going to go with DEVIN LLOYD, who I'm a huge fan of. I'm not sure if anyone else has him this side. Probably some people not too far off, but he's a playmaker at the linebacker position. I think day one, with his coverage ability, his range, his athleticism, his instincts, all those combined, it's just what you're looking for in today's type of linebacker who makes a big impact. I love that he adds the pass rush ability to it when it comes to off the edge or the blitz. So you kind of get very creative with him. He kind of can be a pre-snap problem, and he can be, tallying up a lot of this production, when it comes to getting after the quarterback, picking off the quarterback, and just making plays in general. So big fan of Devin Lloyd. I got him at 8. Number 9, going to go Jordan Davis, just that rare type of player. He's not going to be super productive against the pass right away, even though I do think he's a disruptor more, collapsing pockets in terms of that more than people kind of give him credit for. But there's a lot of teams that are really struggling to stop the run right now, and the easiest way to beat a team if they can't stop the run, just run the ball. Like, we don't have to worry about passing, turnovers, none of that, getting open downfield, trying to figure out what coverage teams are in. Just run the ball. So I think if you get a guy like Jordan Davis, he instantly upgrades your run defense by a significant amount. It's like a big wall there in the inside. So it's just a rare type. It's rare is not even the right word. This player has not existed ever. So it's a guy you want to work with for sure. He instantly makes your team better. He's at number 9. Number 10, got Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. Guy I like that he had experience in the past playing in the slot, then moved to outside and was equally effective. Both. I like that he was a little bit better outside. That's a good sign as well. Good footwork, good big play ability, whether it's underneath, downfield, after the catch, good hands, good ball tracking skills. He's going to make immediate impact. Teams looking for these types of receivers. They're taking over. The young guys are taking over today's NFL. And right next to him, another receiver, Jameson Williams, who has that elite, even as for NFL standards, elite speed. A vertical threat really could stretch the defense out. That's what you like to see there. I'm not worried about the ACL. I got him at 11. Then number 12 going to be Jermaine Johnson right there with him. He's been getting some buzz this morning. It's draft week, so it's kind of smoke week. But talk about him possibly going in the top 5 even, which is really not too far off. It's not really off the wall too much in my opinion. What I like is he's day one polished run stopper, so you kind of just develop the pass rush traits, abilities, which he already has some of that too. He's like the athletic ability, kind of can fit either scheme as a pass rusher. 4th pass rusher for me, number 12 overall. 13, going to go Derek Stingley Jr., a very tough one to rank because he's like borderline being elite, but I do have him ranked 13 at the same time, which is a very good ranking for a player. But, based off that freshman year, it looks like an elite prospect, but some questions, why has he declined a little bit? Can he get back on track? You'd like to think so because talent doesn't disappear, and then is he going to be for everyone? Because he's mainly a man coverage corner, a lot of zone in the NFL. So he is a risky one for sure, but he has that elite potential, has the potential maybe to be the best player in this draft when it's all said and done. It's a little bit of a mystery right now, but a talented corner for sure, top 10 worthy player. Charles Crosby, number 14. He's been getting a lot of buzz the last few weeks. Pass protecting tackle, some questions. Can he run block a little better? How is he going to be against bull rush, NFL bull rushers? Some more questions with him than some of the other guys, but a lot of upside there with his athletic footwork, athletic movement in general, which is kind of the, where the tackles are heading in today's NFL. 15, going to be Chris Olave from Ohio State. I like the speed. I like the route running, the vertical threat. The only negative is not too much action underneath. Can he make those contested catches? I'm not too worried about after the catch. Some people are. He's not going to break tackles, but he takes some smart lanes and uses his speed well. So he's number 15. 16, Trent McDuffie. Pretty balanced corner across the board. Equally effective man in zone. I like that a lot. I like that he wants to come up and tackle, and he can tackle. That's very impressive. He's at 16. 17 is going to be Drake London. A little risky one because, does he have that speed? Can he get the separation? Why is he in so many contested catch situations, but a dominant contested catcher? He's got some pretty good footwork, too. You just don't really see those combinations too often. Has that big playability. Past years kind of played in the slot. You love that he has that underneath his belt there. 18, George Karlaftis, the pass rusher from Purdue, who's grown on me a little bit lately, is lacking a little bit of length. I think he's athletic enough for the power that he presents. I like that he has experience standing up, too, so he's not just like a down, 3-point stance guy, which he may end up being, though. But I like the power, put him in the NFL scheme, maybe less double teams for him, and that can, get him more productive here. So he's at 18. 19, Daxton Hill from Michigan. I like him at safety or corner, whether it's slot corner. I can just see it when I watch him play. He has that ability and upside to play outside corner as well. So very impressive, very sticky in coverage. The footwork, the movement, all impressive there. So he's number 19. And I don't know if you see him that high either. You don't really see him in mock drafts. You don't see him going that high. So somebody's bound to do it. 20, Andrew Booth Jr., which I really like his playmaking skills in zone coverage. Has the man experience as well, but the ability to sit in zone and read the quarterback's eyes, and he's a playmaker. Gotta love those playmakers. Knows how to jump the route, jump the ball, make a play. He's at 20. 21, Sky Moore, who I'm a big fan of. I'm not sure if anybody has him that high. Receiver 5. I'd say the best release in the entire class when it comes to footwork. His routes are up there as well. Gets the separation. Very good after the catch. Equally effective inside and out. Back-to-back receivers, Traylon Burks is a little bit of a risky one because he's mainly a slot receiver. Didn't run a big route tree. Most of his big plays came from within 5 to 10 yards within that, end arounds, just screen passes, just very quick plays, shown some flashes outside of that. But so it is a little risky, but it's the guy that just get him on your team and get the ball in his hands and let him go to work. So if a team can figure out how to do that, then he's going to be talented. He's going to be very good. Zion Johnson, number 23. I like his versatility. He's going to be a guard, but I like him at center or tackle as well if you need him. Very powerful. I like that he's effective in the run and pass game. Big-time Senior Bowl for him helped him. And then 24, give the quarterback some love here. Malik Willis from Liberty is just a pure upside quarterback. Probably not the best one day one for the quarterbacks, but that's what we're not trying to get out of this quarterback group. There's no pro-ready guy with a ton of upside at the same time. So we're going to go with the pure upside. Malik Willis, who has that strong arm, can make NFL throws and can run as well. I have him at number 24. And back-to-back quarterback Sam Howell. During most of this process, Sam Howell is my number one guy. But just the upside of Malik Willis and realizing that's this type of class kind of geared me towards him one, but it's pretty much 1A and 1B here. Howell kind of has that it factor for me, just something about him. I like his strength, his toughness. I like his arm strength as well. I would like to see him with a little bit better offensive line, and that's kind of why he took a step down this year because the offensive line really struggled. So he's 25. And we're going to go 5 at a time now. Lewis Seen at 26. Yeah, I might be a little higher on him than most as well. Free safety with good range, really good attacking downhill, kind of gives strong safety vibes at the same time. Just really fun to watch. Kenyon Green, 27, guard that can also play tackle from Texas A&M. A lot of Georgia Bulldogs. Quay Walker, who could end up being the best pro of the Georgia linebackers here. Like his size, like his movement. Keep calling him like a big safety-looking guy. He needs to be better in coverage to be more like a safety, but he's a linebacker that's already power stopping to run. Just his movement is what stands out. Devontae Wyatt from Georgia, who has that get-off, has kind of the traits to be a better interior pass rusher, kind of just needs to put it together. Logan Hall really growing on me. I got him at 30. He's more of a defensive lineman, but I see some upside at edge, so I'd like to see him at a 4-3 end, but you can move him around a bit. A lot of upside there. Powerful defensive lineman. 31, Nakobe Dean, another Georgia Bulldog. Yeah, it was quite impactful for Georgia there, but going to the NFL, yeah, is he lacking that length, the size, the longer speed that teams are looking for? So that's the question, but he's always around the ball, and he's a playmaker there. Kyrie Elam at 32, long, athletic corner, can play press man zones, really what you like. He just really needs to tone it down on the grabbing, being a little too physical. Jahan Dotson, like his route running ability, the quickness, underrated contested catch ability as well. The Penn State receiver at 33. Kyler Gordon from Washington at 34. Love the way he attacks the ball underneath. Trevor Penning at 35. Yeah, sounds like he could go earlier in this range on a mock draft, which is not that. But, yeah, bully of a blocker in terms of the run game. Got to work on the discipline a little bit there. He's at 35. 36, Breece Hall, my top running back, has been my top running back for a bit in this class here from Iowa State. Kind of the total package balance type of back, underrated catching the ball. Only thing with him is he's had a lot of carries over his career, so will develop earlier than you want to. Josh Pashaw, probably the highest you will see him. I'm a huge fan of Josh Pashaw from Kentucky. He's kind of a do-it-all guy, versatile guy. I like him. Yeah, keep mixing it up with him. Keep moving around, but I like him like a 3-4 end, a 3 technique. He gets pressure from the inside, but he's a dominant run stopper, very instinctive as well. Linderbaum at 38. Now, tough one to rank because I just don't value centers super high. I mean, whoever gets him, he's going to fit. He's going to be a really good center for them. It's just only going to fit a handful of teams, so I'm not going to put extreme value on him, but he's very good at his job especially in terms of the run blocking there and getting downfield at next level. He's at 38. Desmond Ridder at 39. I think maybe the most pro-ready of the quarterbacks. Maybe not a ton of upside. But yeah, we'll see if he sneaks in the first round there. George Pickens, another Georgia Bulldog, at 40. I think has maybe the shot to be better in the NFL than he was in college, a little more productive there. He's that outside receiver, just not a huge route tree. It was kind of just a comeback or a go for him, but impressive contested catchability, some speed for a bigger guy as well. Travis Jones at 41, interior defensive lineman, good run stopper. Could he improve getting after the quarterback? I think he will over time there. A couple quarterbacks in a row. Kenny Pickett, another pro-ready guy. Very good at throwing in the middle of the field there. Worry about the fumbles. Worry about him throwing against zone coverage on the outside. Matt Corral from Ole Miss. A little bit of an adjustment coming and have to learn a pro-style offense. As that big playability, you love the very quick release as well. So some things that really, really like. It's just, may have some turnovers in the NFL. A little sloppy here and there against pressure. Has some learning to do. Bernard Ryman from Central Michigan could start at tackle day one. Realistic there. Was a tight end not too long ago, so he's got some upside there. Jaquan Brisker from Penn State at 45. Instinctive box safety, almost like a linebacker at times. He's putting on size as well, looking at his pro day, so that's fantastic. And then another Penn State pass rusher, Arnold Ebiketie. Lot to like, just a little inconsistent there. Like the way he uses his hands, like that he's a very explosive athlete. Jalen Petre of Baylor. Yeah, very curious to see where he lands because I think he's very scheme specific. He's very flashy, very impressive around the line of scrimmage in the slot. Just, which teams are going to want that? Are they going to, he's a little undersized for playing around the line of scrimmage in the NFL. Will they continue to use him like that? But flashy playmaker. Tyler Smith at 48, Tulsa, offensive lineman, known as a tackle, and he'll fit a power scheme at the tackle position, but I think he'd probably be better day one at guard. We'll see where a team plays him, but he has the upside at tackle. Ajabo 49, who will be a lot earlier in this or higher than this. If it wasn't for that somewhat recent Achilles injury, so that was unfortunate, but a dominant pass rusher, a load of pass rush moves, very athletic as well. Then Christian Harris, number 50 from Alabama, kind of a versatile linebacker there, off-ball linebacker, but you can line him up at the edge, very good at rushing the passer. Pretty much can do it all there, a flashy type of guy. So that's my top 50. And, this class is known as maybe not quite as strong as the last few, but you start to put together this big board, and you're like, all right, there's some serious talent. There's guys down here that I'm going to grade round 2, but if they went late 1, it wouldn't really be a problem at all. So it shows there is some talent in this class. And teams are trying to trade back maybe to get multiple of these guys instead of one of the other guys that's really not that far off. So it actually makes sense there. So that's my top 50 big board. We're in draft week. It's only a few days away. We'll have you covered with this some more content leading up to the draft. We'll be live during the draft. We'll have content videos after each day of the draft too, and then recaps, grades, and everything after it's all over. So we got you covered here at the GOAT House. Like, subscribe, turn notifications on, follow our Twitter, live updates on there, link down below for that and other things. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.